Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk. Today we have John again from YPN. How are you doing, John?
Doing quite well, man. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome back to the show. So we've gotten actually quite a few responses from our last video. People have been wondering, well, okay, it's great to know what's happening to the real estate world, but what is the rest of the world doing? So we want to talk about it today. We want to talk about, how the pandemic have affected, individuals, and we want to talk about how, if there's any upsides that comes out of this pandemic. What's your take on this, John?
Again, anytime that you have a difficult situation presented to people, they're going to go one of two ways. They're going to go positive or go negative. But one of the best ways I've seen them going positive is I see people taking more time for their health. I see people, some people are really using this as a time to get their house in order figuratively. So I see people taking their health back. I see, people are getting, safely, but they're walking, they're getting exercise. I see them adding to their skill sets. I know that online training apps have been doing fantastically well. So I think that's a lot of them are coping by just working on themselves. And that's probably one of the greatest opportunities that they have for this, to turn something really negative, this type of suffering in the world, into something positive for the future.
Oh, that's correct. And then from what I know, for sure, people are spending a lot more time with their family. I mean, it may take a while because, we're living in such a fast-paced world. So to take a moment and then kind of gather with your family and kind of reharness that relationship, there's a few awkward moments or two. But beyond that point, I think overall it's a great thing, as a matter of fact, right? Because the family feels more like a family again. I see people, like you said, John, people who don't ever actually exercise at all. I see people kind of go out in groups, or social distancing, but they've been going out in groups trying to hike and stuff like that, right? So that's interesting. And then I do see people, other than improving themselves, academically, they've been actually doing a lot more cooking. I've seen some of my friends, easily turning into master chefs now. So I know a couple houses that I need to visit after the pandemic.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be good times. And that's most of what excites me right now, is that right now, even in business, and that's not necessarily real estate business, but people are taking the opportunity to make their systems that support them less fragile. There's a good Taleb book called Anti-Fragile. They're making sure that instead of being all stacked up into one area, they're dividing their systems and support so that they'll be more stable for the future. And that's just one of the upsides of going through something terrible like this.
That's right. And then here, we are as YPN, we try to promote some positivity, during this pandemic. It's hard. We understand, like, everybody misses their friends, their coworkers. They want to go back to normal. But while you're doing this, while you're in this, and like the rest of us, we are trying to still support one another, one way or the other, right? I mean, so there's a Zoom meeting like you and I are doing right now, John. You can always pick up your phone and call some of your friends who you haven't spoken in a while, just to say hi, kind of care for one another. It's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, exactly. We better take advantage of those opportunities while we have them, because the fast-paced world that's going to emerge out of this is going to look a lot different.
Yeah, and then like some wise guy had told me before you take a leap, sometimes you need to duck down first, right? So you can actually leap a little further. So we're all in this ducking period. So while we're here, I'm trying to cherish this, because times like this, or as hard as it may be, there are good things that comes out of this.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, here we are. Until next time, we'll see you on Real Talk again. Thank you, John.
Hey, thank you, Edmund.